Hi guys, welcome back to Drink Tutorials. Today I'm going to teach you how to make an Athol Brose, which is a somewhat obscure Scotch honey and cream cocktail. But it has kind of an awesome history and there's a lot of technique behind this particular drink. And since we focus on technique here at Drink, I thought that this would be a really good cocktail to show you guys, and it is also a delicious cocktail. The short history on this is that it was created in the 1470s in Scotland, and basically, the Earl of Athol wanted to squash a Highland rebellion. And so what he did was he took honey, scotch, and cream, and then oatmeal brose, and threw it into the well of the opposing side, and basically just got them all drunk so they were easy to capture. Pretty awesome. Pretty simple cocktail. Again, a lot of technique that goes into this, so let's get into it. The first thing that you're gonna wanna do is 3/4 of an ounce of honey. This honey is pouring slow. And remember, we are not using straight honey, we're using honey syrup. So honey syrup is created by basically doing a 3-to-1 honey to hot water, throwing it together and then stirring it to really water down the honey so that it's easier to mix. Then we're gonna do 1.5 ounces of blended scotch. You can use whatever you want. I like the way the Famous Grouse tastes, plus the Famous Grouse is a little bit sweeter in character, and so it works really well for this cocktail. So you do 1.5 ounces of Famous Grouse to a stirring glass. And then we're going to crack ice. I forgot my ice tapper today, so today I'm gonna just show you how to do it with a spoon. You wanna make sure that you do it with a muddling spoon because the very broad, I don't know what you call this part of the spoon, I guess the spoony part, helps you crack ice really fast. So basically, you wanna crack ice and throw your crack ice into the glass. And then, you wanna put the big piece on top. And then we'll use a weighted spoon to stir. So we're gonna stir it. You wanna stir it for about 30 to 40 seconds. Making sure everything is fully combined. And normally you would use a julep strainer, which looks like that. But today we're actually going to use a hawthorn strainer, which is usually made for citrus drinks. And the reason why is because we're actually gonna use this coil. So this cocktail calls for hand-whipped heavy cream. And doing that is really, really difficult to do. Unless you do this technique that I'm gonna show you, which is something that I learned working in bars, where you basically take your heavy cream, you put it into a squeeze bottle, and then to whip it quickly, you actually take the coil from the hawthorn strainer and put it in. And what happens is that when the cream starts to work its way through the coil, it whips really quickly. The other thing that I have to impress on you is that to layer this cocktail properly, because you want the cream to sit on top, you don't want to whip this too much. And so what you can do is you can test it on your hand to make sure that it's firm, but slightly runny. And the reason why you want it to be slightly runny is so that it layers on top properly. You don't want it to be too runny because it will combine immediately, and you don't want it to be too thick because it'll be too hard to get it on. It will kind of sink to the bottom. So you just shake it up through the coil. And then test it. There we go, that's perfect. You'll see because it starts to create a bead on the top of your hand. And then, here we go, we layer onto the drink. And a little egg, a little nutmeg. If you want, you could even get a little spritz of Lafroig if you so want to make it a little bit more smoky. And there you have it, the Athol Brose. If you like what you see, guys, and you want to see more, please hit subscribe. You won't be sorry.